Good evening. For the second time in under a fortnight, the capital has been hit by extreme flash flooding. In some places, it's thought 2 months' worth of rain fell in an afternoon, leaving roads underwater and homes and businesses destroyed. Bart's Health NHS Trust declared a major incident, evacuating patients from Whipps Cross Hospital, and 9 underground stations were closed as concourses overflowed. As quickly as the rain came, the roads cleared, but across the capital today, Londoners are left dealing with the damage. Our political correspondent Simon Harris reports.
I can't believe this.
For the second time in a fortnight, Londoners are counting the cost of a flash flood. At Clay Hall in Redbridge, the floating wheelie bins were the least of their problems. They were soon up to their ankles in filthy water inside their homes.
My furniture's gone, my carpet's gone, ground floor carpet's gone. Everything in the ground floor is literally gone. My kids' toys, everything's gone.
I have 2 young children. They were quite upset, they were getting upset, so it's quite difficult to see that. We have a lot of elderly people who live around here as well, it was like our concern was for them as well.
Where are we stuck in my car?
In the next street, a mum with 7-year-old twin girls tried to escape in her 4x4, but had to abandon it and wade back to the house.
I'm very angry because we start calling from 1 o'clock and the fire brigade came only about 8:30. So we was calling and I was stuck with my twins in the car as well. We're a little bit more, we're gonna drown.
This morning, council workers were doing their best to tidy up the roads. Putting right the damage indoors will take much longer. The leader of Redbridge Council offered an explanation for why the drains couldn't cope.
The debris from the flower beds was actually clogging up the drains on top. Residents who came out in their sort of wading gear, they used broom handles to actually push down the debris, and then it started flowing. It's actually the blockages on the surface that supplemented the problem.
Once again, the floods disrupted the capital's transport system. A torrent of water poured through Pudding Mill Lane DLR station. Main roads became submerged. This was Hackney. Driving along the A40 at the height of the downpour was treacherous. Parts of the North Circular were impassable, and inevitably some drivers got stuck. At Hackney Wick, canoes are a familiar sight, but normally only on the canal.
I had to wade through it, yeah. I was basically cut off from my house by it, so I basically resolved to wade through it myself, which was a low point.
In Walthamstow, fire crews helped pump out water at Whipps Cross Hospital, where the local health trust declared what it called a major incident. Around 100 patients had to be moved, some to other hospitals. Ambulances were diverted away from Whipps Cross, and all planned surgery and outpatient appointments were cancelled. It wasn't just Walthamstow's hospital that was flooded. Nearby roads and homes were also hit by the deluge.
I live on the ground floor flat, so I'm currently homeless. The whole flat is wrecked.
That was the painful reality for many Londoners today, as their lives were turned upside down by a summer storm. An extreme weather event, the like of which is becoming all too common. Simon Harris, ITV News, Hackney Wick.
Next tonight, London landmarks are not particularly hard to come by. Millions of tourists from around the world flock to the city every year to see them. Big Ben, the Eye and countless others. We're now hoping to create another. Westminster Council have invested £2 million in something they say offers soaring views across central London. But for an attraction designed to entice people back to the capital, the Marble Arch Mound is falling a little short. Our political correspondent Simon Harris explains.
As tourist attractions go, it's in a class of its own. The Marble Arch Mound opened on Monday and promptly closed 24 hours later after less than rave reviews. A handful of ticket holders were still being allowed in today. Those we spoke to were underwhelmed by the view from the top.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what I think.
It felt like a building site.
Yeah.
It just felt very unsafe and like slippery and...
Yeah.
Ryan and Lisa came all the way from Northamptonshire. It was Lisa's birthday treat.
The views aren't like that great because Marble Arch, it's not, you can't actually see it properly, like from up there it's a really bad angle.
And you can't see any Hyde Park either because it's not above the trees.
The trees are in the way.
The mound is a man-made hill fashioned out of scaffolding, turf, pot plants and potted trees. It's meant to act as a magnet to bring tourists back to the West End.
I don't like to be harsh. I think a top 10 for effort, but result, I'd probably give it a 5.
According to the architect's images, it should look like this. The reality is somewhat different. The mound has cost Westminster Council £2 million. Labour thinks it should be pulled down immediately.
My primary worry is that we're making the city of Westminster look like a laughing stock. This is already an internet meme going around the world of just how bad this mound is and what a waste of money it is as well.
We asked to speak to someone from Westminster, but it seems no one would appear before our cameras. In a statement, the council said it will continue to adapt and improve the mound and resolve any teething problems. It won't reopen until it's ready, which it certainly wasn't when the first ticket holders arrived on Monday. Entry to the mound costs £4.50. The council's website boasts of never-before-seen views of the West End.
We have so much to choose from in London that it seems kind of a little bit odd to be building something else when there's just so much to see. And actually, you can get fantastic views of London from so many other structures.
Westminster Council now faces two challenges. Can it bring the mound up to scratch, and can it restore its tarnished reputation? Simon Harris, ITV News, Marble Arch.